Normally, the names in Silly Stories for Kids episodes are chosen at random, but this one is a special one for the winners of our competition to celebrate the release of our first kids' picture book. Okay, let's go. If you'd like to get a copy of the book, or if you'd like a chance to be in a Silly Stories for Kids episode, make sure you head to sillystoriesforkids.com to find out more. One day, a kid named Ollie was sitting at home. As he was sitting, he realised there was something going on with his chair. Mum, my chair seems to be moving a little bit. What? Said his mum. I don't think your chair will be moving. It is, said Ollie. Look. He tried to sit still, but as he sat, his chair kept wibbling and wobbling. What are you doing to your chair? Said his mum. It's not me, said Ollie. It's the chair. You are right, it is the chair, said a voice. What? They all looked around the room to see who was calling out, but they couldn't see anyone anywhere. Who said that? Said Ollie. It is me, the Pim Pim, said Pim Pim as he jumped out from inside the pantry. Pim Pim, said Ollie. Yes, I am the Pim Pim, and you are sitting in my chair. Your chair, said Ollie. This is my chair. I've always sat in this chair. No, you think you have always sat in that chair, but I actually swapped your chair with my chair. What do you mean? Said Ollie. It looks exactly the same. Have a look, said Pim Pim. As Ollie climbed off his chair to have a better look, he realised that it was actually a little bit different from his chair. The only reason he could tell that it was different was because when he looked on the underside of it, it said, property of Pim Pim. See, it says Pim Pim. Sorry, said Ollie. I didn't realise I was sitting in your chair. Hang on, you're the one that put it there. Yes, I know, I did put it there for a very important reason. Why is that? Said Ollie. Because it's gone all wibbly wobbly and I didn't want the wibbly wobbly chair, so I put you on the wibbly wobbly chair. Pim Pim, said Ollie. Oh yes, I probably should not have done that. No, you definitely should not have done that, said Ollie. Oh, okay. Well, maybe you can help me work out what is wrong with my chair. And then will you give me back my chair? Said Ollie. Maybe. I will see which one I like better at the end, and you can have the other one. What? Said Ollie. No. Okay, just kidding. Okay, can you please help me work out what is wrong with my chair? Okay, said Ollie. We better start by having a very close look at the chair. So, Ollie and Pim Pim started to look at the chair all over. As they looked at it, every time they tried to get a very close look, it'd start to wibble wobble towards them. Whoa, said Ollie as he jumped out the way. Yes, be careful of that bit. It is extra wibbly wobbly. Pim Pim, did you do anything to this chair? Well, I was playing a very special game. Well, what game was it? It was... Well, maybe I should show you rather than tell you, because it is a very fun game, and I think that having an extra person involved could be very exciting. Okay, first thing, we need to go out of here. Well, where are we going? Said Ollie. Well, I can't tell you that, or else it will ruin the game. Okay, excuse me, Ollie's mummy, can he please come with me, and we will go on an adventure and have some fun and play a very exciting game, and hopefully we will fix his chair. What? Said Ollie. This is your chair. Well, it only is going to be my chair if we fix it. If it stays broken, it will be your chair. Oh, Pim Pim. Ollie's mum said that he could go, and so together, Pim Pim and Ollie picked up the chair and started to carry it out the front door. Okay, Pim Pim, where do we go now? Well, we go straight down the secret wibbly wobbly tunnel. You brought the chair here through a wibbly wobbly tunnel, and you're confused as to why the chair is wibbly wobbly. Well, it actually leads to wibbly wobbly land. Wibbly wobbly land? Said Ollie. Yes. Well, how do we get there? Through the wibbly wobbly hole, said Pim Pim. Oh, I'm confused, said Ollie. Just follow me, said Pim Pim. I'm pretty sure it is this spot here, said Pim Pim, drawing a little X on the grass with his finger. Okay, I will test it. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Pim Pim jumped high up into the air and... Pff, ow! That was not the secret entrance to the wibbly wobbly hole, he said. Oh, my bottom. Are you okay, Pim Pim? Said Ollie. Yes, said Pim Pim as he stood up. I must have missed it. Hang on. Let me see. Pim Pim started walking around the yard, poking his finger into the grass everywhere he could. Ollie? Yes, Pim Pim? We have a big problem. What's your problem? Said Ollie. I forgot where the entrance to the secret wibbly wobbly tunnel is. No, said Ollie. Well, how are we going to find it? Okay, you can help by doing the same thing that I am doing. What are you doing? Said Ollie. I am poking my finger in all of the pieces of the grass until it goes in and goes wibbly wobbly. Oh dear, said Ollie. All right, I'll help. And so Pim Pim and Ollie started walking around the backyard, poking their finger into the grass everywhere they could. Nope. Not here, said Ollie. Not this one, not this one. No. Whoa, said Ollie. My finger went wibbly wobbly, he yelled out to Pim Pim. Hooray, you have found the wibbly wobbly tunnel entrance. Let's go. Pim Pim raced over and jumped into the air once more. Yippee! Ow, I think I missed again. Ow, my bottom, said Pim Pim. Not there, said Ollie. Here. He poked his finger into the spot once more. Okay, I'm going to test it with my toe this time before I do the jump. Pim Pim wiggled his toe and tapped it on the piece of grass where Ollie was pointing. Yes, it is wibbly wobbly. Okay, let's hold on to the chair together and we can jump into the wibbly wobbly tunnel. Are you ready? I'm not sure, said Ollie, but okay. So Pim Pim and Ollie both jumped into the air, holding onto the chair, and as they did, they flew down straight to the spot in the grass and they disappeared. Pim Pim, yelled Ollie as they started wobbling down the wibbly wobbly tunnel. Just wibble wobble with the tunnel, said Pim Pim. He said. Said Ollie. Oh yes, that is very good wibble wobbling, said Pim Pim. Hold on, I think we are almost in wibbly wobbly land. As they continued to wibble wobble through the wibbly wobble tunnel and held onto the wibbly wobbly chair, they came to a point where they could see light coming out the end of the wibbly wobbly tunnel. I think we're going to go up into the air, said Ollie. Yes, that is the best part. Hold on, said Pim Pim. They flew into the air as they sailed into wibbly wobbly land. Ollie looked around as he was flying through the sky. All the trees and things seemed to be all wiggly and bent and in all kinds of strange shapes. Wow, this is amazing, said Ollie. Uh-oh, we're coming down towards the ground, he yelled. Don't worry, said Pim Pim. Just hold on to your feet. What? Said Ollie. Pim Pim grabbed onto his feet like he was a tiny little cannonball. Oh, okay, said Ollie. He crouched up into a ball as well. What about the chair? Said Ollie. Don't worry about the chair. It can do it on tucking into a cannonball. What? Said Ollie. He looked across and the chair had tucked up into a ball as well. Then the three of them came straight down towards the ground. As they were about to land, they hit the grass. And they kind of slowly bounced until the wiggling and wobbling stopped. And they were sitting on this wibbly wobbly grass. It was very, very strange. Hooray! We are in wibbly wobbly land! Wow, said Ollie as he looked around. Everything seemed to move different here. Everything was strange and wiggly and wobbly and bouncy and springy, and everything seemed to wobble the whole time. I think I'm gonna get seasick, said Ollie. Don't worry, said Pim Pim. If you just lean into the wobbling, you will be fine. Watch this. Pim Pim started to walk along the wobbly ground. Said Pim Pim as he continued to walk around, wiggling and wobbling as he walked. Okay, said Ollie. I'll try too. Ollie started to walk. Wow, this is, I feel well better, said Ollie. It was very funny watching the two of them walk along. But where are we going, said Ollie. Well, we should retrace my steps, said Pim Pim. How do we know where you went? I don't know, but if we go this way, I'm sure everything will be better. Why is that, said Ollie? Because that's what always happens. Whenever I start walking and doing things, things get better. Actually, no, sometimes things get incredibly worse. But I'm sure today things will get better, said Pim Pim. Oh dear, said Ollie. Don't forget the chair. Oh yes, said Pim Pim. So Pim Pim went back and picked up the chair by the leg and started to carry it. It was quite strange because the wibbly wobbly chair seemed to be extra wibbly and extra wobbly now that it was back in wibbly wobbly land. Look at this, said Pim Pim. It's like a kite. He ran, holding on to the end of the chair's leg, and as he ran, the chair kind of lifted up into the air behind him and was floating in the wiggly breeze. That looks like fun, said Ollie. Yes, hooray, said Pim Pim. Let's fly chairs, hooray! And he ran around in circles many times. Pim Pim, we're meant to be working out what's wrong with the chair. Oh yes, I forgot about that. Okay, let's go this way, said Pim Pim. So they walked along the road until they got to some houses. And when they got to the first house, there was a lot of people inside. They were all standing around a chair. The people looked a little bit different though. Their arms and their legs were not straight. They were all super bendy and super wiggly and super wobbly. And they were all looking at this chair in the middle of the room. Said one to another. What are they saying? Said Ollie. I don't know, said Pim Pim, but I am going to talk to them. Pim Pim stuck his head in through the window of the house. Hello, everybody. It is me, the Pim Pim. Said one of the wibbly wobbly people, obviously quite frightened by the purple fuzzy creature that was sticking its head in through the window. I see you are looking at the chair, they said, as they poked the chair. The strange thing was, the chair did not wibble or wobble. Yes, said Pim Pim. Blah, 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 blah. What did you say, said Ollie. I don't know, but I thought it would be funny to try and talk to them. Blah, 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 said Pim Pim. The people inside the room all looked at each other, quite confused. I don't think it is working, said Pim Pim. Let me try, said Ollie. Ollie pointed at the chair. Your chair, he said, and then he did a cross with his arms, is not, and then he did some wiggling and wobbling with his arms. Wibbly wobbly, he said. Oh, said the people. Well, our chair, said Ollie as he pointed to himself, is wibbly wobbly. He put his thumbs up and then did wibbly wobbly arms. The people still looked a little bit confused, so Ollie picked up the chair that they had and started to wibble and wobble it. Said the people. Yes, said Pim Pim. As they were all standing in the room now because they'd climbed in through the window, the people inside were now very excited because they could see that the chair was their chair. Pim Pim, did you accidentally swap chairs with somebody here? Well, it was kind of accidental and kind of not accidental, said Pim Pim. What? Said Ollie. Well, their chair looked like my chair, but it looked like more fun, and so I thought maybe I could borrow their chair and then take it home, but then I started getting in trouble because I could not sit still on my chair at the dinner table, so I thought I would swap it with your chair, and then I decided that that was not the best idea, so maybe we should come back and swap it back over. So you knew it was the wrong chair all along? Well, I kind of forgot until we were standing here, and I went, oh yes, I remember now. I accidentally swapped the chairs. I thought it wasn't an accident. Oh yes, it was kind of not an accident. Maybe we should give the wibbly wobbly people back their chair and take my chair back home? Where's my chair, though? Oh, yes, that isn't my house. Okay, well, let's do the swap. Said Pim Pim. Oh, said the wibbly wobbly people. He says it is okay to swap the chairs back over, and he is very grateful that we brought it back. What? Said Ollie. I thought you couldn't understand them. Well, I can. It's just more fun to pretend that I can't. Oh, Pim Pim, said Ollie. So, Pim Pim and Ollie swapped their chair over with the wibbly wobbly people. Then they picked up their chair and walked all the way back out to where the wibbly wobbly tunnel was. They climbed back in and waved wibbly wobbly arms one more time before they went back to Ollie's house. Said the people as they watched them go. When they landed back in Ollie's yard, Pim Pim had a great idea. Okay, Ollie, I have a fantastic idea. What's that? Said Ollie. Well, I did draw my name on the bottom of the other one so that it would look like it was mine, but it actually still looks almost exactly like yours. It does. They are almost exactly the same chair. Well, maybe we can swap chairs for a little while. You can have this one, and I will have your one, and then maybe one day I will come back and we can play and we can do another chair swap. Maybe we could find a chair that turns into bubbles next time. Oh, okay, said Ollie. Okay, well, I will leave you with this chair, and I better go home because I will be in big trouble because I have still not finished my asparagus. Oh, okay, said Ollie. Well, see you later. Yes, I see you soon. Okay, bye-bye. And Pim Pim was gone. Ollie picked up the chair and walked back inside the front door. Wow, said his mum. You got your chair back. Well, it's not my chair, said Ollie. What do you mean, said his mum. Well, I don't think you'd believe me, even if I told you. And that is the end of the story. This episode is brought to you by Pim Pim's Furniture Shop. We have taken furniture from all over the place to bring you very cheeky furniture that is not like your normal things. You can even get a wibbly wobbly chair just like this one. No, that isn't your chair. Maybe it is. Okay, I gotta go. Okay, this has been me, the Pim Pim. We hope you're enjoying Silly Stories for Kids. Head over to sillystoriesforkids.com for more info. Okay, yes, this has been me, the Pim Pim, and the wibbly wobbly, and me, Sam. We'll see you soon.